Okay. Hi students, how are you all? So, new year has started, right? School began? No, not yet. Tomorrow. Few days more left. Okay, prelims going on, fine. Did you all go anywhere out in the vacation? Acha, you all did get vacation. Some of you must have gone, right? 1 day, 2 days and all. Yes, where did you go? Oh, you went to Maharashtra. Great, very good. How about you? Mumbai. Okay, let's ask now. Okay, Pretty, you went to Maharashtra. How was the weather over there? Cold, very cold. What about you? How was the climate? Okay, very hot. Acha, now tell me one thing. Do you say climate or you say weather? How am I supposed to ask this question? Am I supposed to ask it in the form of how was the weather or how was the climate? Well, the right way is you have to ask how was the weather. Why? Is there a difference between the two? Yes. Yes, there is a period of the environment which remains for a fraction, because there are certain areas it changes within a fraction of a second. Let me give you a small example for this. It's a rainy season. You woke up in the morning and you don't want to go to school, huh? You just don't want to go. You're making some bahana or something or the other. You tell your mother that you don't want to go to school, and mama says, no, you have to, you have to, you have to. You are looking outside in the sky and you're like, it's so clear, the sky is so clear, it is like I'll have to go, I have no other reason. And by the time you reach the school gate, by the time you have finished your assembly, the school announces, oh, the afternoon session has holiday today because of heavy rainfall. What did you notice over there? It started raining. And the weather department has given an information that it's going to be a cyclonic rain over here. Okay? So you are like crying, said, yeah, I wish it would have rained that heavily in the morning. Even you would have got the, yeah, I can see some smiles over here who says we never get holidays. It is always the rainy holidays is for the younger ones, right? Okay. So when a system of the nature changes within a fraction of a second, within no time, you will call it as a weather. And climate remains for almost the same system, okay, which will remain for more than 30 to 35 years. So when it remains for more than 30 to 35 years, we call it as climate. And today, children, we are surely going to learn about which country are we living in? Climate of India, right? Yes, we are living in India. So we are going to study of the climate of India, okay? And I'm sure by the end of this class, you're really going to enjoy it. Definitely, you're not going to regret yourself, okay? Let me ask you something. Are you aware of what is the climate of India? Okay. Come March, and how's the temperature in our country, or at least we are talking, let's talk about Mumbai. What kind of climate do we have? Hot, sultry, you know, you're perspiring, you don't want to, you want to live just in the AC room, right? You don't want to go out in the sun, isn't it? Well, okay, so you are having a very hot climate at that period of time. And what is that one thing that you're waiting desperately? The moment the news comes in, oh, Kerala has got this thing, and you're like very happy. Chalo, Mumbai mein bhi aa jayega very soon. What is that? Well, yes, we are waiting for monsoon. And the climate of India is actually, we refer to it as monsoon climate. In fact, it is actually called as tropical monsoon climate. It's referred as tropical monsoon climate. Now, why tropical? Because number one, this word monsoon is derived from an Arabic word which means monsoon. Now, who has given this word? The Arabs. The Arabs have given this. Why? Because you know those days were the days when the people would trade their stuff using the seaways, right? They are using the waterways for it, okay? So when it is waterways, definitely you will have to have some kind of judgment regarding the weather phenomena. You have to judge those things, and when they studied, they realized that these winds will help them to trade in a better way, you know, to go from one place to another place in a better way. Therefore, they were very happy with this winds. They were waiting for these winds and they called them as monsoon. Now, from monsoon we have rechristened it as monsoon. Clear? Okay. And why tropical? Because India lies in the tropics. What is this tropic? It's an important latitude. I hope everybody knows that we have latitudes and longitudes. What are these? Do we have these on our earth? Are they there? No. They are imaginary lines. Leta hua. The horizontal lines, the leta hua lines, we refer to them as latitude. And the vertical lines, we refer to them as longitude, the long line that you have, okay. So, you refer to them as longitudes. Well, these are just imaginary lines which are used by the meteorologists, they are used by the pilots, they are used by the people related to the weather department and all the other people. These are just imaginary lines, okay. In reality, it is not there. So, India lies in the Tropic of Cancer. Right, okay, Tropic of Cancer passes through our country, and above that you have a temperate zone. You have another line coming up. So now because it lies in the tropical zone, okay, we call the entire climatic condition of our country as tropical monsoon climate. Am I clear? Clear over here? Let's look at the factors. So, the very first thing that I told you is the latitude, right? Where do we lie? We lie in the Tropic of Cancer, right? Basically, half of India is in Tropic of Cancer. That's south of India, and the north of India has temperate zone. But the climate is influenced by the monsoon wind, the southwest monsoon winds, and there are other factors. So, overall we are telling this that our climate is tropical monsoon climate, right. So, we have this. Now, next we have varied relief features. When we talk about varied relief features, we are referring to the landforms over here, especially the mountains, okay. And India is blessed to have three main pillars, you know, the three most important mountain ranges in our country. Let's have a look over here. So, here you have, I call them as my grandpapas, okay. The grandpapa over here, the main boss, the main lead, you have your Himalayas. We love our family, no? So, here you have the Western Ghats, okay? And here you have, so they are your daddies and uncles and all these, right? So, one side is protected, you are protected by your daddy, and the other side is protected by the uncle. So, you have them, you call them as Eastern Ghats. Okay? And the other side you have are the Western Ghats. Then you have small chota sa chachu, the cousin or somebody, you know, some that relative which are very important, the distant relative. You have the Aravalli ranges over here. Okay. Let's start with the Himalayas, the grandpapa. What is the role of a grandfather in the house? What does he do? Take care of the family, protected, very firm. You know, any attack you have to first face the grandfather, and every decision of the family is under the guidance of the grandfather, right? Okay. Now, in the same manner, you have the Himalayas. They are the watchman of our country. They are protecting us. Had Himalayas been not there, things would have been totally different. Let us look, you know, how Himalayas are helping us. Historically as well as, you know, geographically, Himalayas have always been the sturdy protector, like the grandfather, like that strong man, that main leader of the house, right? In the same way, the Himalayas have been the main leaders of our country. They do not allow the Siberian winds which are blowing, okay, from this part of the world, from Siberia, from this part of the world, they do not allow these winds to enter India, okay, that is geographically. They say that in Russia it is a very harsh climate during the winter season. Fine, it's a very harsh climate, it's not very completely tolerable. Now these winds are blowing in Russia during the winter season, and the climate over here definitely will not be tolerable during that time. Now Himalayas stop them. Stop, boss. You will not enter my country. Wherever you are, please be there only. Okay, and therefore India, overall India does not have the kind of climate that is supposed to be there, you know, in Siberia. Had Himalayas been not there, we would have got the same kind of system. So even we would have been shivering right now on the 5th of January. You would like, oh, thandi lag rahi hai, right? It is not there. That is because thanks to the Himalayas, right? Historically, how Himalayas have helped us out. If you look at most of the invaders, most of them, everybody has come from this side, from the northwest side of India. Because Himalayas are not easily accessible. You just can't climb Himalayas easily and come down over here. And therefore, it was very rare case you will have people invading from Himalayas inside. Okay, that is one of the reasons why. So first thing is the Himalayas. Second thing, we have the southwest monsoon winds which blow, they are blowing from south and they are blowing from this western side. So they blow on the Indian landmass. Now very first, now our chachus and the daddies are stopping them. The first is the daddy stopping them, that is the Western Ghats. So when the Western Ghats stops them, you have the side that is facing the winds. That side is called as windward side and the other side is referred as leeward. So they are stopped, they are dashed, because India has relief feature monsoon. Okay? Relief feature means mountains play a major role. Fine. So the winds are stopped by them and therefore we have heavy rainfall on this patch of the region. Okay? And then by the time they reach over here, this portion, that is Himalayan side, the Himalayas will say, "Ruk jao, don't move, okay, you stop there." And therefore you will see that most of the rain is shed by the winds in this region, and by the time they reach to the other side, Tibet, you have a dry area. Tibet will not receive that much amount of rain compared to what it is there in India.